This is The Gorge, the podcast my friends and I get together and we gorge ourselves on what's happening in the world of video games and entertainment.
The Gorge is brought to you by Patreon. That's patreon.com/thegorge. Where for just $5... I literally can't look at our little doodads bobbling up and down because it's distracting me. Where for just $5 a month, you gain access to not one, but two entire podcasts. $5 gets you Takeout, a monthly commentary track where we decide we don't feel like playing something, so we watch something and talk over it instead. And $2, I finally have something to say with this. $2 gets you our tabletop RPG series Reboot, which you should go listen to because the first, episode 0 came out the other day. So now I don't have to just say it's the grab bag tier. However, it was for a while the grab bag tier. So there's still a ton of other content. Yeah, you get a ton of content for $2 a month. So yeah, that's Patreon. And $10 gets you, most importantly, exclusive pictures of podcast mascot Peanut the dog. So just jot that down.
And what could be more important than that?
There's nothing more important than exclusive pictures of Peanut the dog as he sleeps on my bed and tries to get under my covers. Knock it off! Thank you. All of that and more. Patreon.com/thegorge. Thanks.
Please donate and listen to Reboot because I'm very nervous I'm not going to do a good job.
It's going to be fine.
I need to know if I'm going to do a good job.
I'm confident you're going to do such a good job, and I'm so confident in this, I'm going to encourage all of our listeners and potential patrons to go throw money and tell Ben how excited you are for Reboot episode 1 when we get there. We have episode 0 up there already, where we talk about the setting and the characters we're going to play and shit like that. Mm-hmm. And I'm really excited for this game. I think it's going to whip ass. So
it's going to be fun.
I hope you're excited too, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone get excited.
But
for now,
you have no choice.
I hope you're not uploading this to YouTube because I think I just said a swear so early they're going to demonetize you. I'm sorry.
Oh no! On YouTube right now, anyways. So.
Okay, well I've successfully managed to shoot that in the foot.
Yeah.
We were making so much money on YouTube already. Anyway, it's a regular episode this week.
It's just a good old fashioned. We're just gonna
talk about what we've been doing, and then there's some cool things that happened this week. Finally, we do have some good news.
Wow.
For once.
The rare good news week. Well, who wants to go first? In terms of what they've been doing?
I'll go first. I'll just get my stuff out of the way.
Yeah.
I didn't do a whole lot besides just playing more FF14. I haven't really had a lot of.
One thing.
I did, and I'll get to that in a second. There is something I forgot to mention last episode when I talked about Pirate Yakuza.
Okay.
I forgot to talk about the Pirate Yakuza cringe compilation.
There's a what?
So
fear. So
the dating mini game in Pirate Yakuza, because every Yakuza game has some kind of either host mini game or some dating asterisk mini game in Yakuza 7, it was about Ichiban getting out of prison and not knowing how to talk to girls and learning how to reacclimate with going on dates and stuff. In Infinite Wealth, he joins a dating service specifically so that he can practice with first dates so that he can try to win Psycho back.
Yeah,
and get more experience.
Yeah.
And in Pirate Yakuza, so you're assisting the ship's cook, Masaru, is a big fan of Minato girls.
Okay.
Which are I guess they're a certain kind of classier woman that exists in the Minato ward. Classier in air quotes kind of thing.
The Minato ward being.
The Minato ward of Tokyo is a higher class. It's like a rich people part of town, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And so you are going around Hawaii trying to find girls that could qualify as Minato girls, and convince them to have a party that's hosted by Masaru. Now the thing is, Masaru is played and mocapped by a famous Japanese comedian.
Uh-huh.
As most Yakuza characters are.
Yeah. So when you finally recruit all 5 girls and you tell them about the party you're hosting, the game switches to a live action video that is about an hour and a half long.
Oh, this sounds brutal.
And so for one thing, the 5 girls you recruit are like, one of them is a YouTuber, like a real YouTuber, like one of them is like a model. I think one is a JAV actress.
That tracks. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, and they usually what happens is, I guess for this game in the past 2 at least, they won a contest to be in the game.
Okay, that makes sense.
So like they entered a contest, their name was drawn, and they got to be, scanned in the game and do voice acting for the Japanese version. And in this one, they got to be in a little skit with this other famous Japanese comedian. And you go through his date with each of the 5 girls, and I could get through 1.5 of them.
Oh yeah, I can't imagine why.
So, no.
And
Yeah,
to be fair, it's all scripted. Like, it's all scripted. It's acted. It's not like he's actually fucking up. But the transition to live action makes what would have been haha funny wacky Yakuza adventures into the most cringe-inducing, uncomfortable, awkward situations you can possibly conceive of.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I finished it by skipping all these cutscenes, because what happens is it's Majima, and he's talking to the girls after the party, and he's like, okay, so how'd it go with Masaru? And you talk to each of the 5 girls, and they're like, well, he was nice, but... And then it cuts to a 20-minute live action scene of this guy completely whiffing it with an extremely attractive Japanese model.
Right.
And then the scene cuts back, and Majima's like, oh, yeah, no, I totally understand. And I had to look online, and I was like, because I'm like, is it just me? Like, am I too weak to handle this? And people on like Reddit and stuff are like, dude, I could not deal with this fucking side quest. I couldn't handle this. This is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. This is terrible. I feel awful.
I wonder how much money that comedian spent to be the main character of a live-action FMV game in Yakuza.
An absurd amount. It has
probably
to be,
tons.
Right?
Because
to
I
hang
can't
out
imagine
with a bunch of beautiful girls. Like, come on.
I can't imagine that was like directorial vision or anything like that. That seems Sega going like, yeah, this guy wants us to make an FMV game where he's a fucking lovable hack who can't go on a date with women. Can you do that for us? It's like, well, yeah, I guess we can do just about anything because we only make like a 20% brand new game each time. So sure, whatever.
Yeah, it's just, Yakuza. Every now and then I'm like, Yakuza might be interesting, and then somebody tells me something new about Yakuza, and I remember that I never want to play those games. I'm just like, you know what? I'm actually good, thanks. I'll live vicariously through you and Oats. Sounds good.
Every now and then you just kind of think of it and you go, no,
I don't want to deal with that.
I mostly think I just want them to make a Baki one. Just a Baki one.
Oh, then they can really turn the misogyny up to
11.
Yeah, I mean, they're already there, you know?
Yeah,
like,
that's true. I mean, you might as well just embrace it after a certain point, right?
Yeah.
So I get that, sure. That makes sense.
Now, mercifully, you could skip those live-action cutscenes, and you didn't really lose all that much out of it. And I did get, 5 extremely, top-tier pirate crew members out of it, because afterwards, the Minato girls join your crew.
Oh, that's fun. That's the cute part. That's the cute part. Is when you get the girls to join your crew and become pirates.
My favorite thing about Majima is that he continues to gain a girl goon squad anytime he's playable, specifically.
Mm-hmm.
It's really entertaining.
Majima has the aura of somebody who should have a girl goon squad, right?
Oh yeah,
agreed.
Right? Like
Majima to me is the high school delinquents edit of the FF7 cast where Barrett just wants everyone to play ball.
Yeah, you gotta play ball.
You gotta play ball. Goro Majima is that to me with every single woman that he ever meets. Like, just if women show up in his periphery, he's like, "You gotta play ball," and they're like, "Yeah, okay."
Sounds good.
Better than what the script has me doing elsewhere, so sure.
Yeah.
The only other thing worth noting is that I remember I talked to like a couple months ago now. I talked about Ultimates 4.
Yeah.
One of the best issues of comics ever drawn to paper.
Sure.
Ultimates 11 came out. And this one was a fucking ballad.
Oh,
like an epic poem.
Okay.
Like it's just about Thor and Valkyrie and how they overthrew Loki as the king of Asgard. And it's just written like an epic poem.
Oh, that's fun. Okay.
It's so fucking good.
The Ultimates continues to be extremely based by all accounts.
Oh, just like jaw-dropping incredible work.
Peak
like
comics, yeah.
Yeah, Dennis Camp is just absolutely crushing it every single issue. There are parts of it where I actually like it more than Spider-Man, which is saying a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah. There's a really good point. I don't know if I think I remember talking a little bit about it, but there's the Immortal Thor comics that came out recently.
Yeah.
Is about the idea of a literal actual demon buying the company Roxxon and turning everything into corporate slop.
I remember seeing pages of that out of context.
Yeah. Really, really good. There's a bit in this issue. Let me see if I can find the exact quote. The idea is that a corporation took over the artistic white elves and is forcing them to write corporate slop instead of the grand ballads they would write. Here's a quote from the comic itself. It was the same story everywhere, especially here, the origin of stories. Alfheim, land of the light elves, source of creativity, divine inspiration. Long ago, they made the transition from art to content. In parentheses, which are the same. That's an official position.
I see.
So just Dennis Camp just looking at you directly in the camera. And being like, yes, I'm writing a Marvel comic, but don't get it twisted. Marvel comics are corporate slop.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just how it goes, right? Like Yoko Taro is a believer, and this isn't real art, but I'm gonna make it anyway.
That's right.
You can't stop me. In fact, don't try.
Every issue of Ultimates is just Dennis Camp just staring directly in the camera and flat out stating that there is something wrong with America.
Yeah.
And here's an issue about that thing.
Yeah.
I think it was one or two issues ago. It was like Luke Cage in prison, and it's just like, yeah, the prison industrial complex is a nightmare.
Sure.
I think I saw that out of context as well. Those pages were real sick.
And then finally, I did play one cool game that I'm obsessed with, and I wish I could be playing it right now.
Because the entire server is currently playing it. Yeah.
I played Blueprints.
Yeah.
Blueprints is really fucking good.
We watched Shia on the server play like the first 3 hours, right?
Yeah.
We played it for like
Something
3
like that.
hours collectively.
We did like 3 or 4 runs, I think.
Yeah. I have not picked up that game yet. That game owns. Blueprints is cool as fuck. Yeah.
It literally just scratches the exact same itch that Oberdin scratched. Like, I've been looking for a game that makes me write on a notebook with a pencil.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Just like, ooh, I should.
So far, I only just started playing today.
Oh yeah, that's right. You told me you picked that up.
It's incredible. Like every run, I'm just like, ooh, oh.
Yeah, we were in chat together, like we were in voice call together watching Shia play it, and we had like this revelation about all of the pictures in every room that had all of us just like on our, like just screaming as we realized just how deep everything ran. It was fantastic. It's a great game. I'm gonna pick it up later when I have a little bit more time.
Mhm.
But no, that game is good. It's been funny watching. I'm not clicking anything in spoilers because I don't want to be spoiled.
Right.
But the spoilers chat in the Discord right now is just like, it's just everybody talking about Blueprint.
Nothing but
just
black bars. It's
walls
wall
of
to
black
wall.
text. Yes.
Like a government document.
Yeah, everybody just like posting the shit they found and like trying to puzzle it all out. It rules. It kicks ass.
I feel like trying to talk about this game like in person. Like if the four of us were playing it together, we would have to do the thing on stream where like when we were playing Obra Dinn, where we're just like, did you see the thing with stripes on it?
Did you get the thing? Yeah, it's kind of like when you're trying to play 13 Sentinels.
Yeah,
friends, right.
Right. Yeah,
and you have to be like as vague as possible because it could be in any fucking order, right?
So
like that.
I'm like, it would be like, did you read the children's book?
Yeah, totally.
The children's book? No, I don't think so. No, fuck.
No.
Then never mind. Just pretend I didn't say anything.
Okay, then
don't worry about it.
I have, and then everyone else, and then we have to go like, okay, so vagueness.
Okay, so
defined.
Okay, so like in the middle. Yes, correct.
No,
yeah,
right? I did pick up on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's probably important later.
Maybe. It was extremely fun to watch. That game is probably a very potent Game of the Year contender. It's very contentious on BlueSky, which I like a lot.
And those, I can get, because I think Magus and Shia mentioned it, where it's just like, unlike a game like Hades or something, where like your run can die because you just didn't get a good build, but like you can still fight.
Yeah.
In this, like, your run can die because you didn't get a room that went north.
Right.
Or your room can die because you have puzzles that you have to use, like, say, the magnifying glass to solve, and you just didn't get the magnifying glass this run. It's like, well, the thing is, like, I've loved everything I've seen in that game, not just Shia playing it, but like watching other streamers play it here and there. The only reason I haven't picked it up is because as much as I enjoy it, I know that shit would tilt me so bad.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting, I guess, either until it goes on sale and I can't be tilted by the price, or until they have like alternate modes that maybe dial down the randomness in favor of some alternative form of challenge.
They did put out a patch where they're like, yeah, we adjusted the spawn rate of an item that I had never seen before.
Great.
Because they were like, it wasn't spawning enough, so we had to update it. And I'm like, there's a what in there?
That rules. That's really funny. But I like it. It's very experimental. Sorry, the caster of my desk chair is on top of my headphone cord. There we go. It's very like experimental. I think roguelike meets Myst is just a really cool concept.
Yeah.
Right? Just kind of in general. So I super fuck with it. And yeah, I just really like. Right now, I just like watching other people play and talk about it. It's just, it's really interesting. It's really, really interesting.
It's so difficult to thread the needle of making a roguelike game whose like main mechanic isn't a roguelite thing, like a roguelike puzzle game or roguelike narrative game. And it's so easy to fuck that up that it makes me really happy to see that like this game by all accounts has succeeded in its endeavor. Which is nice.
Which is
because it's really easy to fuck that up.
Easier than you would think.
Sorry, World of Horror. I still think you're bad.
I know. That's such a bummer too, right? Because like,
that game's gorgeous and the concept's great. I just like don't think it succeeds at being a roguelike narrative game. And it's like, oh man, okay.
Shit, yeah.
Guess I'll die.
That's a bummer. But that's really about it. I wish I was still playing Blueprints right now.
Well.
Well, if we do the podcast fast, you'll be able to.
Yeah, let's speedrun this shit.
Yeah.
I'm done with this already. I want to go.
I'm we'll go quickly of all the stuff I've done then.
Sorry, I didn't actually mean to rush you.
No, I know. I'm kidding. I guess the one thing that all the three of us can talk about, and Oats, I assume, does not mind spoilers too much. Fake Grand Order arcade event. Very good.
Yes.
Very good.
Fantastic. Extremely good event.
Guys. Happy
Sorry,
for
Oats.
you.
Yeah. FGO arcade event was really good. Like,
yeah.
I enjoy literally every second of it. It's a funny thing to have to do to basically cross over with yourself. And
it's okay. FGO's done it enough times already.
Yeah, actually, FGO basically exclusively crosses over with itself. Yeah.
I did not like seeing a bunch of servants that I will never be able to get because they're just not in the game at all.
No, now I did learn that Draco does get a raid up again. In like a year. In like a year, yeah. So you'll have a chance. Unfortunately, she does come out before Grand Girlfriend, which is a huge problem. Because there's only one other beast servant in the game right now, and it's Spacer Eshkigal, who I really, really, really want.
Oof.
Yeah. So shit.
Speshkigal.
Oh, yes. She's cute too.
Yeah, Speshkigal's really good, and she has really funny mechanics.
Yeah, she has an affection mechanic based on like using her skills and shit like that improves her as she goes on. And funnily enough, it's a mechanic that other masters actually can't use if you use her as a support servant because they don't want to have NTR.
That's right.
Oh,
it's an anti-NTR skill.
It's so really funny.
What?
All
they
right,
finally made that canon?
Yeah, no, it rules.
Damn.
It's so funny.
It's super funny to me to have a game of something like, oh yeah, well here's you might be interested in this servant we're playing on your possible romantic or sexual interest in this, that, or the other to convince you to pull them, and then Spacer Eshkigal shows up like, I'm the canon girlfriend.
I'm your actual girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, Ereshkigal is best Ren face. It's not even close.
Yeah, it's not even close.
No, she's so good. She's perfect in every way. The first time FGO ever made me cry was for her Christmas event, where I was just boo-hooing over my phone like a baby, and it was so disgusting. If you liked the arcade event, you should play. If you ever have any free time, you should play, because it's free in the rare, or not free. It's cheap in the Rare Prism. Actually, it might be free. Anyways, the Christmas in the Underworld event is very easy to unlock and play through. And
I believe they made that free.
Really, okay, good. You should play it if you ever get a chance, because it is wonderful. It's super, super cute. It's not too long. It's pretty like digestible.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's the first thing Nasu wrote for. Might be Nasu's first event. I don't remember the actual chronology of like when he wrote what. Right.
Also, I will say for it, as with all the other free events, you will be surprised how it is like ignorable canon until it gets referenced in the middle of a plot chapter out of fucking nowhere.
That's correct.
Great.
And you go, why don't I understand what's happening here? It's like, oh, well, did you play Christmas in the Underworld? I'm like, I hadn't made time for it yet. I didn't think there was a rush.
I didn't think you guys would make a Christmas event vital canon. And then Nasu goes, LOL. Oh, no. You idiot.
Lol, said the scorpion. Lamau.
Yeah, that's exactly it. But yeah. What were we saying? Right. FGO Arcade event is really good. The end of it had me shrieking or trying to not shriek at like 1 o'clock in the morning because of like the very last couple of scenes in it where I was just I've never been so happy. It's a long wait until OC3, until Summer Ordeal Call. It's just a really long wait until then. And I don't want to wait. I don't want to be an NA peasant anymore. I want Hakuno now.
Suffer.
That was really cool at the end of it. I will say that. I finished it like an hour ago.
Yeah, no, it kicks ass. It's so fucking good. All of it is good. And it basically cemented the fact that I used to not like Nero. I like Nero a lot now. And I realize I used to think I didn't like Nero, and I realize it's mostly because, like, I think we just have two similar personalities. And that's why I didn't like Nero. Because I always joke about I'm always like joking about the fickleness of the Roman emperor that I have, and I'm like, wait a second, shit. Yeah. So.
Spider-Man pointing at Nero.
Designated Nero, fucked up.
No, it was good, and like I kind of took like a hiatus for like a year of FGO, and I think now I'm finally ready to actually start playing it again.
FGO is good. It's fucked up. FGO is like really good. I need to finish Lost Belt 7 so I can actually talk about Lost Belt 7 at some point.
I will say, like, whenever things happened at the end of that event, and like you see a little bit of that like classic OG flavor Nero in there, I had the thing of like, yeah, I still like. I understand why people say, Septim's not good. I don't understand anyone who hates Septim, because I love her.
Look at her. She's perfect.
She never did anything wrong except be full of girlish whimsy, and Fate players just hate that shit.
They do. They're spiteful. Well, I think Nero is a winner. All right? I've changed my mind completely on that character. So
much like a fickle Roman emperor.
Much like the fickleness of a Roman emperor. I possess it in space.
You're telling me that Saturn likes the character who is extremely chaotic and like fickle and kind of comedere a little bit, and
that's correct.
All those other sorts of features. You're telling me Saturn
Shocking.
likes that character? Crazy.
And then Saturn stole everybody's fucking copies of Nero.
Yeah. Look at this
demon.
Look at this fucking 5-star Locusta I have.
Why do you think
don't worry, Ben. Ben, don't worry. I also am saddled with the burden of a 5-star Locusta. Don't worry. Don't you worry.
Oh yeah, she's just look at I got 5 of this little toad.
That toad's also a Saturn character, so you better be nice.
Folks, the real reason I stopped playing FGO is so that I can empower at least one of you with God tier luck.
Thank you.
And it is unfortunate that
Why'd you give it to Saturn?
It is
Saturn
unfortunate that Saturn's the only one who
Saturn
got
has
it.
love in their heart and deserves it. Thank you.
Saturn does.
It was intended for everybody.
NP4. You don't need NP4 fucking Draco, you demon.
It's not Saturn's fault. I bunked the spell.
It is funny though, because like I did finally get to the point where like I did spend money on quartz, and then afterward felt like, like when you eat too much sugar,
yeah, and
you just kind of feel like achy a little bit.
Yeah, you feel really gross.
Yeah, that's how I felt afterward.
I see. That makes sense now.
So the nice thing is that I'm not going to be spending money on FGO anytime soon.
Well, you're not very far into FGO, and like you get so much shit as you play the game that you're going to get a ton of quartz if you just keep making your way through the plot, dude.
I know. So like I'm going to have to now I have a deadline, so now I'm encouraged to play more.
Yes.
So that I can get Spareshtagal.
She's not gonna be this year, is she?
No, she's not.
No, she's next year. She's next year.
Yeah, but that's still like that's still a year. That's not that long. I gotta get through it.
Yeah,
understandable. You gotta start hoarding quartz.
Yeah,
and you know what? And you know what, Ben? If you find yourself struggling against any 7 Heroes classes servants in the course of the story mode, that support NP4 Draco is just as good as if you owned it.
That's correct. The beautiful thing about Draco is that she was like, she's kind of funny because it feels kind of like Lasengel is just grabbing the player base by the shoulders and shaking them, like, finish the plot. Here, we've given you a 5-star that will trivialize 95% of the content for most boss encounters until like a certain point. Because most boss encounters are one of the 7 original classes, of which Draco has type advantage against all of them, right? So It's just, and they're like, even if you don't roll her, you're gonna be friends with somebody who does. Just use that and be done with it. Congratulations.
And the fucked up thing about Draco also is like, it's not just that her beast gives her class advantage against the 7 heroes. It's that then she also, on top of that, has a second buff that if it's a servant of the 7 heroes class, it gives her more class advantage.
Yes, it's so fucked up.
Now, Saturn, I have one question for you.
Yes.
And that is, do you have her in her badass final ascension form?
Well, yeah.
Okay, then there you go. Then there's no reason not to.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. I like Baby Draco. She's fun.
I love her. She's such a gremlin.
However, the thing about 3rd Ascension Draco is that she is the closest I will get to having Don Quixote Limbus Company in FGO. And that's important to me.
Understandable. It really soothes the ache in your soul.
Yeah. You know, like, hold on. I have to find something for you. 1 second.
I'm waiting with bated breath.
Like, you're going to see this and you're going to think that Titan Moon should sue Project Moon for copyright infringement.
I mean, I think they should sue them for more than one reason, but...
Yeah, they should actually sue Project Moon for copyright infringement. I agree. Yeah.
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 You know. Well, either way, I'm really happy. I think I was gonna be really, like, I know that Ordeal Call 1 is, like, kind of meh, because it's written by what's-his-face who wrote Ooku, right?
Minase.
Yeah, it's written by Minase. So by all accounts, it's kind of fine. It's just fine. Which I'm like, oh, okay. But if the arcade event had been bad, I don't know what I would have done. If there had been like an event that has like my favorite protagonist from all of the Fate games in it briefly, and it was bad, I would have been devastated. But it wasn't bad. It was good. So it's okay.
Saying this, she casually tosses aside a large rock.
Exactly. I don't have to kill myself. It's me breaking the chains on my wrists. Like, I don't have to kill myself now. Yay! What else? The only other thing of note is I started watching Freerun.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay!
And I'm like taking it super slow. It is not a show to be binged. It is a show that I'm just like, I have a couple extra minutes and it's kind of a quiet day. I'm gonna sit down and watch a little bit of Freerun. So I've only watched the first 4 episodes. Freerun's really good. Freerun's really, really good, actually. It's beautiful. It's so like, it's just very kind of immaculately animated. It's not big and flashy like what everybody thinks good animation is these days, which is ugly. Like current One Piece or like, I mean, any of the big shonen manga adaptations where there's a lot of flashing lights on the screen. That makes the animation good, right? No, it doesn't. Makes my head hurt looking at it is what it does. And then like Freerun is so like quiet and subdued and just chill, but like everything is like animated so delicately and so beautifully, and there's so many just little tiny details, and you're just like, oh my god, how did you do this? It's beautiful. I love it. And it's just like, I don't know, it has such a wonderful kind of melancholy, nostalgic feeling to it. It's like, it's not sad, but it might make you cry just from like the nostalgia that it'll hit you with sometimes. You'll just be like, you'll just kind of hit you somewhere deep in your chest for like a thing you didn't think would set you off, but then it does. And it's just wonderful. It's beautiful. I like it a lot. I wish the place I was watching it had the English dub, because the English dub is really good. But I like the Japanese voices too, so it's okay. But
I remember being really shocked when I heard the English dub Freerun, because I was like, that's not the voice I imagined her with at all, but it's also perfect.
It's perfect. She's so like mature, which it makes sense. She's like 1,000-year-old elf. She's so mature sounding. It rules.
It's just I'm so used to because like she's kind of drawn, in a she's small and cutesy, right? But then they just go like, no, she has grandma voice.
Yeah, she has grandma voice. She's like an adult woman.
She's a little Japanese old lady just with immaculate skin.
That's correct. she doles out head pats and acts like everyone's grandma, even though she looks like she's, I don't know, 16, 17. Oh, that's another thing. I gotta bring this
for Japanese girls.
Yeah, totally. One other thing though to bring back about FGO Arcade is that when they first showed me Tiamat having the Tiamat as a servant having like a young form and then also like her hot mom form, I was like, really? You gotta make it like give her like a young form too? No, totally changed my mind on it. It's the funniest gag in the whole event. It made me laugh every goddamn time to have like this screaming, watery-eyed kitten of a woman just be like, I'm everyone's mother! And she would just she literally talks to everybody like she's their mom. It rules.
I liked whenever they would do that gag and she would do like, I'm everyone's mother, and then you'd see the echo of Lady A in the background.
I need Summer Jolter, or not Summer Jolter, Summer Jean and her to have an entire singularity where they're trying to be everybody's mom and everybody's sister. Lady A would also be there because she's also everybody's little sister and John's everyone's little big sister.
That's right.
Everyone's big sister. And we're creating the summer singularity that will get the game banned in countries.
But it's so funny because Lady A is everybody's little sister, but she's clearly older than everybody else on the screen, right? John is everyone's big sister, but she's only 17. And then
optimistically, I think Joan of Arc was even younger, right?
Probably.
I think she was 14 when she was burned at the stake.
Great. So even funnier, right?
Well, not great, but I get what you're saying.
She's everybody's big sister, but clearly not. And then you have Tiamat, Tiny Edition, Tiny Mott, if you will, who is everybody's mom, and she just kind of looks like a small, sad cat all of the time. And I love her for it. And it was a gag that never got old, literally ever. I thought it would wear thin at some point. Incorrect. No. I love it, and I think they need to bring her back at some point. I want a summer version of that character, too, so that she can keep being everybody's mom. The only thing that sucks is that we don't get her or Draco's actual arcade designs as costumes, because, Tiamat in arcade, her first two ascensions are the same, but in arcade, her third ascension is not the bikini she wears as normal Tiamat at the end of Babylon or Babylonia. She gets the hot mom sweater dress, and I think it's cute, and they should have given her that as a costume.
I'm certain Raita was screaming and crying that they didn't.
Oh, I'm sure Raita was having a fucking fit. And then Draco has a cool dragon monster form that we don't get to see it all in regular FGO, and it sucks.
No, they talk about it as though you should recognize it, and it's no, I literally would only know what this looked like if I had looked it up, which I did because I wanted to see. And you know what? War of Babylon is a really great design. It's
so good. Here, I'll send it in chat. She's just well, of course, Google Images. Do you just hate me?
It was really funny. I like the dialogue where Satanta was like, "Yeah, I fought her before. She was bigger in other areas."
Here, I'm going to send this to group chat so you'll understand. This is another thing that we should have gotten as a costume, and we just fucking
agreed.
Didn't. Yeah, it kicks ass. It's super good.
Really. One second, my dog it cannot decide whether he wants to be in this room or not.
That's okay.
I'm so sick of you.
I say that all the time about Peanut.
I am always saying this to Peanut. I'm sorry, Peanut, but also...
I'm so sick of you.
No,
okay.
I'm sorry.
Welcome back. I'm just I understand because she doesn't become the Whore of Babylon in the FGO event.
But also, like, come on.
But, like, come on!
Just
come
make it a
on!
costume. It's fine.
Make it a costume. It's so sexy. Come on. That's it.
I know I understand what the actual reason is, and it's that they would have to spend the tremendous development budget doing an entire new animation set was a real problem, and they're just not
they're just not.
I think FGO Arcade's a 3D game, isn't it?
It is a 3D game, so there is just there's no way to easily just take that from one to the other. Yeah,
they'd have to make a whole new paper doll, and they should.
They should.
They should put the effort in, but they're not gonna.
This is also why if they make an FGO 2, it's going to be a 3D game and not a 2D one.
Oh, totally, absolutely.
It is so much easier to make that shit.
Sorry that I had to get on a tangent from Free Run. But Free Run's really good. You should watch it. I enjoyed it a lot. I think that's all I got. I mean, and then the other stuff like other holding pattern and shit. But yeah.
I guess I'll go. FF14, as you know, my story I tell about that is I accidentally, unthinkingly deleted 3 weeks worth of raid prod items. So I just have this time I have to do it for real. And hypothetically, I could have contacted support about it, but the thing they say in support is, listen, if we could theoretically restore this for you. You get to do this once per account ever.
That's so insane.
Yeah, it's insane. And I thought about it, and I'm just like, it is not the hypothetical future in which I accidentally delete something worth like 30 million gil is scarier to me.
Right. Yeah. This is just effort, and it's.
And it means it'll take me longer to get those little cat paw sage weapons. So I'm just gonna die. But like.
No, I'm sorry.
Have I fucking done anything aside from that? I've been doing some commission work. I did a new stream layout that you're seeing.
Right,
so if you're watching the stream,
it's here right in front of us.
Doing some character design work for a friend. That's fun. Some part of I didn't mention it during the FGO discussion because I was busy ferrying my dog in and out of the room. But there's some part of me where it's like I'm getting commission money, and some part of me is tempted to go like, maybe fish for MP5 Draco. just a little bit.
If you got do that, MP5 Draco, I would show up at your house. I would be on the news. Like,
is that a promise?
It's a promise.
Okay,
you would be out of the podcast.
Yeah. Is that a promise?
We thank you for your contributions to the stream layout. I'll still put your name in on everything here, and I'll send any like potential commissions your way, but you're off.
You gotta go. Hit the bricks, homie.
Desperately pulling up FGO to try and pull in immediately.
Just immediately buying a whale pack. Like, I'm almost free. I'm almost free.
It's like, yes, you'll have to kick me out mid-recording. Yes.
The commission money I give you for the stream layout goes to FGO.
Yeah.
That is probably what I'm suggesting. But that's going to be how it ends up working out. Aside from that, I really haven't done. I didn't stream anything fun on Monday because I was like, I'm doing work for Ben and then also work for other person. And
well,
so
we did stream something fun.
Yeah, yes, we started AI 2 on Monday and our live read of that, and that's a lot of fun already. That game's really promising so far. Really involved first case.
Yeah, that case went places.
Yeah. Aside from that, though, I haven't really done a whole lot else. I'll be streaming more Danganronpa on Thursday, and I think are we recording this next week?
Yes.
Then next week, I'll be probably talking a little bit about Promise Mascot Agency, because that's on my docket for Monday. This is a new game, a very weird game from the people who did, what the fuck is it called? Paradise Killer? Which is a weird VN thing that came out a couple years ago that was popular in certain circles. But it's you're an agent for mascots, and it's a it kind of goes like look at this nostalgic like 80s Japanese small town game, but it's really grungy. It's a really shit ass Japanese 80s town.
I looked at some screenshots of it, and then I saw someone who was like, "No, just play it. Don't look it up. Just play it."
Yeah, so I've seen like maybe 5 minutes of this game being played, and could not tell you anything about it at all, aside from it. You are a manager for mascots. That's all I got. I'll send you a screenshot of it in the Discord. Here, this is something that you do in the video game.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh,
Okay.
So I'm gonna find out
Sure.
on Monday. I'm gonna find out on Monday what's going on there.
I'm
That's
excited.
really it. It's been pretty
Okay.
uneventful.
Okay.
Oats?
Let's see. So what have I been up to? I guess we glossed over it last time, but I've been playing a lot more Warframe because the boy band update came out.
Mm-hmm.
And to explain it really quick, you know how like in that Lord of the Rings game that came out, like Shadows of Mordor, I think, where it created like a rival system and they procedurally generate this cool kick-ass Virgil for you.
Yeah.
Right?
What if it was a member of a boy band who had his artificial consciousness warped by the Y2K bug on LimeWire or Napster?
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay. Is this in the 1999 mode?
Yes.
Okay.
So it generates a. Let me see if I can let me see if there's a thing for the coda generation. They're pretty like insane every time you get one, but they're like Zeke _ beat -TM.1999 or DJ ROM / Tranquility / 1998. That sort of thing. Like they're just like, oh, this is like a terrible file name that clearly has a Trojan virus back in like the turn of the millennium, right?
Oh, I like that.
Packet _ this is crusty _ TM. Like they're just all over the place. They're fantastic. And if you beat them, you get a little emote, and the emote is one of 11 different dances that are all like NSYNC or Backstreet Boys inspired.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cute.
I really
Okay.
like that.
Like
That's
the hype
funny.
drop, which is you just like hopping onto your knees and doing squats while like banging your hand up and down. It's great. Terrible game, or a terrible video game. I love it to bits. Let's see. Other than that, I got back into Final Fantasy 14 because
Mm-hmm.
the patch came out. We all talked about that last week.
Yes.
Good. It's a good patch.
It's a good patch.
It is.
I've been playing more of Look Outside after Saturn streamed it.
Yes, I still haven't made time to go back to that.
That game is exceptionally interesting. I think one of the most interesting parts about it, and this is like really vague spoilers, like I'm not.
Mhm.
I'll allow it.
If you can, like, surviving to day 15 just unlocks a neutral ending that informs you, if you haven't done enough already,
Okay.
that there is a secondary objective besides just making it to 15 days. And then just starts you over.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, fun.
Hmm.
So there's a lot more in it, and I've been very excited. Except I've been having the same problem that Saturn accidentally did to themselves, where it turns out one of the methods of progression you can soft lock yourself out of without ever realizing it.
I see.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And it has a lot to do with getting through doors with herbicide or with ice salt. And I've yet to figure out if you can craft more ice salt or not. I know you can do it with herbicide.
Yeah.
Don't know about the ice salt. I might
I
be
would
like
assume you
I
can
might have
also-
screwed myself out of.
I would assume you can also make ice salt somehow.
Yeah, but I've yet to come across any other frozen places, period, in the entire, like, 6 other floors, because there's more than 3.
I see.
Interesting.
There's a lot going on in it. I've been having a lot of fun. I've unlocked a bunch of different characters. It turns out most of your party members are just... you don't get them through normal means. You get them through goofing off inside of your house.
Okay.
And spending time until somebody knocks on the door. Because, like, the longer you're away from home, the less likely you'll actually come across a random encounter of somebody, like, coming to your house. And there's a lot of party members. One of them is like kind of fun because it's two party members. It's a really grungy skater boy and a really goth gamer girl, and they are two separate party members, and they take up 2 slots in your party member thing, but they only have one action, and they count as one party member, like in a fight.
Oh, I like that.
Because the guy has a bum leg, so he can't move around much, so they have to move in sync together.
Oh, okay. That's
I
cute.
like that.
That's cute.
So that's been fun. And then Blueprints. We were already talking about that earlier. That's about it.
I've heard those two kick you out of your bedroom.
Yes, they do. If you allow them into your house, they kick you out of your bedroom so that they can fuck nasty in there and play radio extremely loudly.
So funny.
So if you there's like a music override where the closer you get to your room, the more you hear this most obnoxious fucking drum and bass.
That's hilarious. Okay.
Oh, I like that a lot.
I've come to a theory that I think, especially considering that the game's by a guy named Francis Coulomb, who's the pixel artist for the ill-fated Barclay 2, as we have mentioned repeatedly.
Rest in peace, Barclay.
I think Look Outside is the closest we will ever get to a true successor to Barclay.
I think so too.
Because that is a game that is made with the same spirit.
Yeah.
It does a couple of the same things where it's just like taking advantage of old game logic that no longer exists in current game logic.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. There's a lot of parts where I went like, oh, just like old point and clicks, or oh, just like old platformers. Like the secrets that you need to, like, some of the secrets that I have accidentally unlocked are because, like, I know to do them, but, like, I don't know, kid raised on an Xbox One X would not get, you know?
Yeah. The game didn't tell you to do that. It was just like, well, yeah, the object is there. What else would I do with it besides this?
And part of it too is like, because they posit the game early where it's like, oh, you're just a very regular guy for this part of town, but it has a specific lens too of like, you're an unemployed retro gamer. And like all of your like interactions with friends in your apartment is like the big one is playing retro games with them and figuring out the kinds of shit that they'd like and like knowing when to stop doing it before they get sick of it and things of that nature, right? And it's like, to me, that is like the heart of someone who is making a Barclay.
My favorite part about that Saturn is that there's even more wrinkle to that gameplay mechanic. In that no matter what, even if they dislike it, they will still gain experience, and if you complete the game, you or them learn something and gain a new special attack.
Love that.
I love that. That's great.
So, like, even if a character doesn't like it, what ended up happening for me was there is a game that turns out to be an Umineko like knockoff.
Fuck yes.
Oh, good.
And as you play through it, 2 of the party members who were initially interested lose interest, and one other character gets interested deeper into it and starts playing with you, and they're the one who gets the bonus.
That's so funny.
Oh, it's really good.
So good.
So, I've been enjoying it a lot. There's a lot of like little intricacies to that game. So
for me,
That's
that game is my early I haven't finished it yet, but that game's my early contender for Game of the Year.
Oh yeah, it might be for me too. But there's a lot of like really good indie games coming out this year. So
the thing is,
I was gonna say I'm gonna eat crow when the second of the Devil episode comes out, and I have to.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really funny when Of the Devil can get nominated for categories twice because it had 2 different releases this year.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just saying, I really got to finish Blueprint soon because Expedition 33 is coming out next week.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good luck.
Oh, fuck me.
Fuck.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. It'll get here. It'll get here. One day I'll finish you, brothership. One day I'll finish you.
Someday.
I haven't even started Brothership yet, and I'm still like at the point where like maybe I trade in my Switch, maybe I just never touch Brothership, but I still open it and then tell them that it's used so that I can trade it in and get my 20 or $30 of store credit for it.
Or you can sell it on Facebook Marketplace and get most of your money back.
I would have to go hang my head in shame and go make a Facebook account again. I'm just,
sorry. No,
I can't stand using Facebook or having Facebook or really anything in that wheelhouse. So
Understandable.
That does remind me real quick. There was one more thing I did because I have been like touching Brothership here and there when I'm not playing 14 and stuff. There is one very funny scene that I got to where I finally encountered some of Bowser's minions. Because Bowser and his crew also got sucked into the other world with Yggdrasil, the world tree.
Of course.
And so you run into a bunch of Hammer Bros on one of the islands, and they're like, "Oh, hey Mario, hey Luigi. Oh yeah, you're looking for some stuff. Well, yeah, we're looking for Bowser. We're trying to get everyone back together. Well, it was nice talking to you. We'll catch you later, man." And they start walking away, and then they go, "Wait a minute, what are we doing?" And they turn around and fight you.
You know.
Like, get real. Like, we're just gonna let you leave.
So.
Anything else?
Yeah, I got one other thing.
Yeah, go for it.
Look in chat, motherfuckers.
Is that the sound of yay?
Oh!
I got my 30-day login bonus, so I decided to toss it at the banner real fast.
Oh!
see, Sarah, that's the power of love. You've got me inspired. I'm not
No,
don't do it! Don't you do it!
You know what? I do have 5. I'm just gonna throw one more roll.
That's the power of peer pressure, right there, baby.
I believe in love. It worked for me. It could work for you.
If it doesn't happen, then it's just not gonna happen because I'm not spending any more money and I don't have enough time to get more quartz.
No, that's correct.
You know.
But hey, now I have 2 Dracos I can pull.
That's right.
Yeah. Sarah might actually be able to get hers to 10-10-10 before me because I am fucking starved for resources.
All I need is more money. I actually have all of the everything else I need to level her because mine is already at 888. I just need money because I'm always poor in this video.
You know what? Not only did I not get Draco with that one.
Did you get another
Locusta?
No, you know what I did get though?
Mabo Tofu.
A fucking Shinji puppet.
Next worst thing.
Every time.
That's relevant. I've been watching GQucks. That's still good. They have Char in that, and they sadly replaced his dub actor, but now he's played by 9S, who is Shinji Mato's dub actor.
Yeah,
you know, what is that? That's Kyle McCarley, right?
That's Kyle McCarley, yes.
Yeah. Very funny.
I would that I could be him and just be typecast to play exclusively mentally ill twinks.
Yeah.
If only.
Mm-hmm. All right. Is that everything?
That's it.
I believe so.
Yeah. Every time I see the fucking Shinji puppet or the one with Karia on it, I'm just the fucking Always Sunny. I'm getting real sick of this dude.
I hate seeing Mappo Tofu.
Me too.
Probably the most of all of them, honestly, because it's just fucking Mappo Tofu. Go to hell.
Mm-hmm. I think it's funny though.
You would. Then take us to news before Gotcha Games inspire violence.
Yes.
Or before they inspire me to do whale packs live on air.
We're gonna
become one of those streamers.
Yeah, one of that thing. We're just gonna pull.
I can't do that until I have until I'm monetized on Twitch and can like link Streamlabs and shit, and people can pay me to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: if you're gonna send me $80 with the caveat of you have to stream FGO and buy an $80 whale pack on it, I'll take those all day.
Yes.
I'll take you enabling my gambling addiction. I don't feel bad about how you spend your money.
Yeah.
If you want to give me $80 for a whale pack, I will buy a whale pack. Absolutely. And spend so much money rolling for more fucking Dracos, mostly.
First, Nintendo halts Switch 2 pre-orders over Trump tariffs. Not just in America, also in Canada too.
This is because people are like, well, why America? Why Canada too? The reason for this is that Canada's distribution is done through North America.
That's correct.
So the Canada stuff is going to be affected by U.S. tariffs.
That's correct.
Yep. Even because Pat and Wooly were talking about this as well, where it's like, yeah, well, you know, the pallets should be coming on like a sealed container that is explicitly marked for just passing through, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But they aren't.
Right.
So they have no way of knowing if a shipment of Switch 2s is going to America or going through America to get to Canada.
Right.
So the easiest way is to just throw slam all of them and everyone suffers.
Yep.
Nobody wins.
Get ready for this. So it's it was originally $450. What do you think it's going to be now?
700.
$520.
$600.
I think $650.
I'm going to say 700. I think Nintendo, as given by the fact that the $450 price wasn't factoring in any kind of Trump tariffs at all,
which is insane to me.
I believe in Nintendo's overwhelming greed.
Yeah, I cannot believe. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be shocked, but I don't know. The fact that it didn't, like, that price was not getting ahead of tariffs. Like,
no.
The only excuse I literally had for the cost of the Switch 2 and its games was, okay, well, everybody knows tariffs are coming, so they're obviously pricing accordingly. No, they weren't. They were just trying to wring more money out of you. Okay then, never mind, I'm good.
This is Nintendo we're talking about. Mm-hmm. We have to remember that is a more... Here's the thing, is Nintendo the smartest of the big three gaming companies? Sure. Is Nintendo the least greedy? No, in fact, the opposite. Nintendo is 100% the most greedy.
Always the most greedy.
I saw a post on BlueSky that was like, wow, Nintendo really is the Mr. Krabs of the video game industry.
Yes, 100%.
In that incredibly greedy, incredibly cheap, but they do make a legitimate product.
Well, yeah, because their product is based on underpaying people who are really enthusiastic about the product that they're making.
That's correct.
Anyway, just a reminder apropos of nothing that corporations are not your friends.
No, it's true.
Not a single one of them. And remember that time Nintendo kind of like enslaved a guy? I'm good. I don't need a fucking Switch 2. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not getting one. Are you kidding me? I would have gotten the $450 Switch if the games were still $60.
Yeah.
Because that's like that's a little steep for a console, but that's a one-time payment, and then I have a Switch 2.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, $450 is definitely more expensive than people thought it was going to be, but it's still not like for a console. Like, here's the thing: $450 for a PS4 in the year of our Lord 2025. Bad value proposition. Mm-hmm. It is compared to a Steam Deck, though. If you compare it to a Steam Deck, about equal, if not better, performance and also cheaper.
Right.
So it's like, it's not the worst value proposition in the world if it's just a $450 console. The difference between a Steam Deck, though, is that I can buy Assassin's Creed Shadows or whatever on there and run it, and it will cost me at maximum $60 United States dollars.
That's right.
And that's if I'm really impatient. Or $70 United States dollars, whatever. I could also just wait for it to go on sale because it's an Ubisoft game and get it for like 30 or 40 in like a month or two. Mario Kart 8. Well, I guess actually this is a lie. I was gonna say it's gonna be $90 physical, $80 digital forever. No, it's going to be like $100 physical, and then also it's going to be $90 digital because go fuck yourself.
Because
exactly. And it will never ever get cheaper, right? Like, it's gonna stay like that forever. No.
This is going to. We talked about this whole last episode. This is gonna be bad. It's gonna hurt more than Nintendo thinks.
That's right.
In a couple of years, the gaming industry is literally just going to be sickos making shit for indies on itch.io and Steam or whatever, and that's fine by me. I like that gaming industry. That's where that Blue Prince is one of those games. We love that game.
Yeah.
Look Outside. It's one of those games. We love those kinds of games here. It is, however, bad for anyone who wants to make doing this their job.
Correct.
Yeah, correct. Well, I don't know.
I don't know how many.
I've embraced my fucking game industry accelerationism at this point. So
I don't know how many. Yeah, I don't know how many it is. What it is that I got left in me though.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. Yeah. I'm doing the best I can with what I got. All right, people. Oh god. Okay,
anyway,
what else?
Next, speaking of indie games.
Yeah.
The Stardew Valley-like genre desperately needs a real name, and I have the perfect answer. This is Lauren Morton of PC Gamer.
Uh-huh.
So there's an article about how we can't just keep calling them cozy farm sims, because that's not really a real genre name.
Right. And it sounds kind of stupid.
Yeah. Her suggestion is 4F.
Okay, instead of 4X.
Yeah, then the F's are farm, forage, fish, and friendship.
I don't hate it.
It's a little forced, but like
it's
props to the effort though. I'd give that like a B plus. I think that's a B plus name for that.
I don't know what you would call.
I think you just call them I think you just call them farming games.
Well, not all of them have farming in them. Like an Animal Crossing does not really have farming in it.
Except it does have farming in it.
Yeah, but that's not like the focus of the game. Like it's got other things that make it like in that same genre.
Right.
You can't call it like a cutesy farming sim.
Can we call it a pot-like because it's a game that you have potlucks in?
I don't know what you would call it. I mean, you can't call it Stardew Valley clones.
Because I guess the thing is like I think that 4F by that measure 4F is kind of a very stretched definition for Animal Crossing also.
Yeah, because there isn't like a lot. I mean, like you don't really have like affection. I haven't played an Animal Crossing in forever, but there isn't like affection levels between villagers.
There are.
And
well, like you can build up to max, but there's not like aside from like you maxed out my affection. Here's a special note card with my photo or whatever.
Right.
Their relationship with you doesn't meaningfully change or indicate how much you like you across the entire time. So it's really just like it's a gameplay signifier, not like actually part of the experience, you know?
Yeah, as you talk to your neighbors more often, they will have different like dialogue that the like randomly generated dialogue they come up with depending on how close you are. Like they'll have more quote meaningful conversations with you.
Okay.
I'd say we call them retirement simulators, but then you are doing a lot of work in those games.
Those are a lot of work. Yeah. I don't know.
Hallmark likes?
Hallmark?
Because you're usually the big city type going to the countryside.
Yeah, it's a Hallmark video game, and that means you can honorably include the new fucking Stanley Parable Guys game in there, even though it's not really part of the genre as directly, right? Because that's also a Hallmark like.
Like you are a big city person usually, or like an adventurer of some kind. Mm-hmm. You know, someone who was once in a place of modernity, and you're going to a countryside, right? You're going to meet an attractive individual there that you will.
I don't think that happens in Animal Crossing.
Well,
depends on who you ask.
Yeah,
I guess that's true.
There are certain people who would beg to differ.
Look, all I'm saying is I don't think wanting to fuck the animals is what sold 20 million units of that game. I think it sold I would say that sold a low six-figure number units of that game, probably, but not the 20, 30 million.
I wouldn't say it sold 20 million, but it didn't not sell 0.
That's such a terrible metric. I'm sure I can find some game that I own for like completely deranged purposes that I'm the only one who bought that game for that, and then like, oh yeah, they sold this game because people will jack off to it. It's like, no, it's just Saturn.
But no, the other thing that kind of makes these a Hallmark like is that sometimes Santa Claus is there.
Is he?
In Hallmark movies, he's there a lot.
Well, I know in Santa, but I mean, like, I don't think Santa isn't in Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley doesn't have normal seasons.
Does it have like a winter thing? Is there like a winter spirit at all?
Yeah, not
That's
like
Santa?
a winter spirit. No, there's just like winter events. There's no Santa.
Can we call them garden games?
Just call them garden games, yes.
Because it like whether or not there's farming or whatever, the impulse of the game is one towards gardening.
Yeah.
Of like upkeeping your little hoo-has and doodads, and you know having a pleasant slow time and doing that day in and day out as the seasons go past and your needs change based on the seasons.
Correct.
Can we call it an upkeep game?
No.
Oh no, that's we're getting far too vague there because there's lots of things that are upkeep games that aren't garden games. You know, because the thing is, an upkeep game, the garden game signifier is for the relative relaxation aspect. You can have an upkeep game that makes you feel psycho crazy.
True.
You can have like fucking. If you really stretch the definition of that, Fallout New Vegas is an upkeep game because your weapons have weapon degradation. It's like a fucking Zelda, right?
Right.
It's not acceptable.
Upkeep game is the middle ground between garden game and survival game.
Right.
It's the thing that encompasses both.
Maybe if you had a survival garden game, which is a thing I probably would play.
Wait, hold on. Survival cozy?
No,
Ben.
No,
that one doesn't work.
New. This I hate talking about genre names.
Right.
New news article.
Moving on. Hey, thanks for giving us our podcast title, Ubisoft. Because now I can call the episode "Boobs and Dong." Ubisoft mistakenly censors Far Cry 4, restores boobs and dong.
How did that even happen? I feel like it wasn't a mistake, but somebody noticed. It's kind of weird. Who goes back and patches a game literally like over a decade since it came out to cover up the tits?
So the rumor, the thing people are leaning towards is that it was censored in China. And they updated the game and accidentally gave everyone the Chinese version.
Okay.
Yeah, that tracks. Yeah.
Had to correct it for worldwide release. But either way, they fixed it, and so I didn't even realize there were boobs in Far Cry 4. I played Far Cry 4.
Yeah, there's boobs in Far Cry 4.
Huh.
I don't remember where it shows up, but I do remember it being there.
Yeah. I don't remember where it is either because I hadn't played the game in 10 years, but I remember there being tits.
Yeah,
You know, like I played a lot of Far Cry 4. I don't remember where the tits are, just as like I don't remember much about that game. That game is mindless.
It's a Far Cry game, certainly.
You put a gun to my head and I can only name one of the characters from it, and it's the one on the cover. You know what I mean? Like, that's it.
I mean, I can name the protagonist Ajay because everyone says his name over and over again. That's really about it.
That's it. It's the two characters, Pagan Min and Ajay. That's literally it. So, don't worry about it.
Next. So I put this one on just because saying it makes me tired.
Oh no.
Stranger Things. The First Shadows creators explain how their Broadway show complicates season 5.
There's 5 seasons of that fucking show. You know what?
There's a Broadway show?
Yeah, that's the real takeaway.
What do you mean there's a Broadway show for fucking Stranger Things?
I think they'll make a Broadway show about anything.
Yeah, is this just like fucking Turn Off the Dark? Like, what the hell? Okay.
You know, people, you know, will be like, haha, you know, you have to attend a stage show to understand Nier. And like, oh, you have to play this mobile game to understand Kingdom Hearts. It's like, Yeah, you have to watch a Broadway show to understand the 5th season of Stranger Things, the normiest show of all.
Yeah.
Oh, I understand. I actually have a really foolproof way to understand Stranger Things. Okay,
I don't watch it.
you watch the first season of Stranger Things, and then you don't ever acknowledge that any other Stranger Things exist whatsoever.
Correct.
Because that first season of Stranger Things is pretty good. It's pretty good TV.
It's a good show.
You don't need any other part of that show.
They should have.
Everything after the first season, it's all chaff.
Genuinely, the only reason I tried to watch season 2 is because I like Sean Astin as an actor, and that bit me in the ass.
Yeah, and
Sorry.
so did he.
Can we go to the next one, please? I'm tired of thinking about Stranger Things. I feel so old.
I'm ancient.
Why didn't they just fucking age the kids up with the actors? Like, put the kid characters in high school. Don't try to pretend they're in fucking middle school still. Anyway, world famous DJ Salvatore Ganacci spins into Fatal Fury: City of the Wolves.
World famous is doing a lot of lifting.
Yeah, I don't
heavy
know
lifting.
Who the fuck that is? No.
Saudi Arabia is the answer.
Well, not now, Ben. We can't blame Saudi Arabia. We have to blame specifically the Saudi princes who own that company.
That's right.
Right.
Because the Saudi princes really like that guy. I don't know that anyone else gives a flying fuck.
They also really like the sex pest that they put into Fatal Fury.
Yeah, well, they're a Saudi prince, of course they do.
Yeah.
I think being a sex pest is just how you become a Saudi prince. I'm pretty sure.
Which, to be 100% clear, this Salvatore Ganacci is the second real person that they've put into Fatal Fury.
You know, it's fine.
So the thing is, I like fighting game cameo characters. I think the more that Mortal Kombat leads into being your dad fighting game, the better. Right? I think the more it leans into being into Dad Smash Bros. Is great. But they're not putting Arnold Schwarzenegger in the game. They're putting Conan the Barbarian in.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know anyone who wants to play as a real life DJ
in a fighting game. Yeah, it's very silly.
I just don't get why. And this is the thing. It's like, why couldn't it have just been an original character who
looks like him?
Who looks like him and is probably voiced by him really poorly in one language track.
Yeah,
right?
Like that's
why does it have to literally be him?
I don't understand that.
I don't know.
Like,
somebody is just a really big fan of this guy, and they think that means other people will be too. I don't know.
Look. You don't just don't buy the game. It's really
no. I mean, I know that even like Maximilian Dude was like, no, they wanted me to like do some promotion bits for it, and like they wanted me to like to do all this hype for the game, and he was like, no, I'm not. After they put in like an actual like sex pest in the game.
Yeah, no, it's absurd. So. Yeah. I still remember when they bought that company, they were like, it's not gonna affect us. Yes, it is.
Yeah, no.
It always is. Every time you get bought by son of a bitch Richmond, that's what happens.
It's like, oh, are you going to put like maybe like Ryu or like Kazuya in it? No. We're putting
we're putting Asmongold in here.
Yeah.
Are we getting to that in news too?
If it's in here, Ben, you better take it out.
It's not in here because it's not worth talking about.
Thank God. I don't need any
all
more
I'll say on the
news.
matter is, if you want to know what true suffering is like, first be a Devil May Cry fan, and then be aware of Adi Shankar's Netflix anime.
Nobody suffers more than the average Devil May Cry fan. That's what you need to know, right?
I will say that, like, when the anime first hit, I was like, okay, it's getting pretty bad reviews. There's a part of me that is from a purely analytical standpoint curious. Yeah. Right? Like, I know it's going to be bad, and I'm not going to watch it in a haha, look how bad this is. I'm just like, I want to watch with my fingers steepled. And just
understand what went wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's like, we put Asmongold in it, and here's Adi Shankar like retweeting a bunch of Asmongold's tweets and like adding him personally, and it's like, okay, well, never mind then.
Yeah.
Never mind. You can have the tooth blood guy. You can just have that.
I'm good, thanks. I'm done.
That man looks like a literal, actual cross between a human and a baboon in the way that the Venture Brothers character, the Monarch, is.
Yeah. He looks like
Monarch deserves better than to be compared to Asmongold. I think
Asmongold looks like a season 1 Venture Brothers character. Derogatory.
Oh god.
Asmongold should share the fate of a season 1 Venture Brothers character, and I can't say more or I'll go to jail.
That's correct. Something else, please.
But hey, you know what? Fuck all that. Fuck everything we've said so far. Because the most important thing happened this week. Motherfucker, Steel Ball Run anime announced.
It's been 3,000 years.
Those fine people at Lucky Land, at David Pro, they figured it out. They figured out how to animate horses.
More realistically, they figured out how they're going to pace that anime so it doesn't take them 10 years to fucking finish it. God love them.
I have a feeling this will be split. This will be split into 2 parts, like part 3 was.
I'm looking forward to seeing rendered in the flesh the only good heterosexual relationship in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
And which one is that?
The one between Diego Brando and Hot Pants, obviously.
Correct. That's 100% correct. Holy shit!
Saturn, Saturn. That seems kind of insensitive that you forgot that character's name. No, her name's Hot Pants.
Yeah, her name's Hot Pants.
I'm sorry. That's just objectively what her name is. I don't make the rules.
No, don't worry, Saturn, because there's also a male character named Mrs. Robinson.
That's correct.
First name Mrs., last name Robinson.
I see. Okay.
I am so fucking excited.
We'll get to see Ringo Road again animated, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah! We're finally gonna get to hear what pizza mozzarella is supposed to sound like. Oh, I'm so excited. Steel Ball Run's so fucking good. It's so fucking stupid. I can't wait.
It is for my money, I think, my favorite JoJo part, like, period.
It is a very close second because I love Diamond is Unbreakable so much. Mm-hmm. But Steel Ball Run is so good because Johnny and Gyro are so fucking stupid. They're idiots and it's great.
It's the only JoJo part where your JoJo, like, and I guess, like, you can count Jolene, but Jolene's got a good heart. She's just, like, kind of brash and misunderstood, right? Mm-hmm. Johnny Joestar is a genuine dirtbag.
He's a fucking psychopath.
He sucks ass. He has to be redeemed by Christ to be worthy as a character of a story.
He's incredibly selfish. He's, like, the only one that has absolutely no qualms with killing another person. Mm-hmm. He literally has a thing where, like, his eyes will glow the more psychotic he gets.
I see. Okay.
Oh, it's so good.
Sarah, do you know how it is that Johnny Joestar got crippled?
No, I don't know anything about.
Okay, this is like episode 1 shit. He's a spoiled little rich boy, and he cut some guy in line to the movie theater and basically told him to go fuck himself, and the dude shot him in the back. It's like welfare income, you know.
Okay, cool, good.
God,
good.
It's so good. I can't wait. I can't fucking wait for part 7 anime. Oh, there's gonna be so much fucking discussion about Stephen Steele and his wife. I can't wait. It's gonna suck.
We're finally going to get the return of real anime discourse.
Yeah.
With bated breath to see arguments on Twitter. I get it.
For people who don't know, Stephen Steele is the 50-plus-year-old man who is running the Steel Ball Run. And his wife, Lucy Steele, is 14.
Isn't Steel Ball Run about a cannonball run?
Yes. It is about a race across America.
Cannonball Run in like what the 1880s?
Yeah, it's 1889, I believe.
Okay, but it's still the idea of racing across the country like a proper cannonball run.
And it is explicitly based on the Wacky Races movie Cannonball Run.
I see.
I think it's like they start in San Francisco or some other California Gold Rush metropole, and they have to take a specific route in 7 parts to get to Washington, D.C.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or New York City, one of those two, I forget.
Yeah.
Okay. More things should be about being a cannonball run. Cannonball runs
great.
are cool.
It's great.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I think part 7's my favorite part of JoJo. It's just really well made, and that story's really good, and the Cannonball Run part of it is really good.
Okay.
I think literally the only thing I don't like about it is that it starts with this thing of the way it starts, it seems kind of disinterested in the idea of actually following Johnny Joestar as your main protagonist and treats it a lot more like an ensemble cast story.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually it becomes like JoJo again. And it's good JoJo. But it's a lot more interesting in the part of it where it's just sort of it's a story in the JoJo universe that's not told at all like one.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And it leaving that behind, I think it's only a real weakness in that, and it's pacing. But it's really good is the thing. It's an all-timer shonen.
Yeah, it's fine because Johnny is such a compelling protagonist that it doesn't, you don't really feel like you're missing things when it starts focusing on him more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It is the JoJo part that could be most convincingly adapted into a Hollywood movie.
Correct.
With Wes Anderson or Quentin Tarantino directing or something, right?
Sure.
There's enough weird personal interaction beats there where you could somehow turn that into something.
Yeah, you could very easily chop out a lot of the, fight of the week stuff and condense it to more of the characterization stuff and still have a fully compelling story out of it.
Yeah.
Honestly, the thought of a Steel Ball Run movie directed by Wes Anderson just made me start tearing up.
I think though you would have
so
to.
Good.
I think you would at least have to include the time loop fight because that's crucial.
Yeah.
But
I
anything
think Wes
else,
Anderson could do it.
Yeah, anything else you can kind of chop out a lot of those characters. They're fun characters, but they're fun characters that you fight once and then forget about.
Right.
Or you just have them in the background just making snide comments as played by Bill Murray in a Wes Anderson film.
That's correct.
Exactly.
The thing is, the Wes Anderson version of Steel Ball Run, Johnny and Zero would be background characters, and it would just be about Yo-Yo Ma.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Wait, no, Yo-Yo Ma's the name of his stand.
No, it's Hey Ya is his stand. His name is Poco Loco.
Oh, that's right.
His stand is Hey Ya.
Yo-Yo Ma.
I don't think there is a Yo-Yo Ma in JoJo. Or if there was, I think it would be in part 5.
No, there totally is a Yo-Yo Ma. 1 second.
The famous cellist?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yo-Yo Ma is Yo-Yo Ma's from Stone Ocean, excuse me.
Right, yeah. Stand of D&G.
Yes. I forgot about that.
Very minor, relatively minor character, so yeah, it's easy to forget.
But Hey Ya, it would be about that. It would be about that guy and his stand Hey Ya, and then everything else that happens would be weird background drama, and it would just be that guy's story, which I think would be ideal.
Mm-hmm. I think the funniest thing about Hey Ya is that it's useless, and the reason it only works is because Poco Loco is naturally a lucky individual. Its power seems to be that it can alter Poco Loco's luck and lead him towards the correct path to victory.
Mm-hmm.
But it turns out it actually can't do that, and it just gives
literally doesn't do anything.
It talks to him and gives him encouragement, and he just happens to be naturally lucky.
Oh, Ben, you need to kill somebody in our chat.
I did already.
I think Ben already killed them.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Cool.
I think we just still see it because we have mod view now.
Oh.
Which, thank you for that.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. All right, 2 more.
Okay, hit me.
Is 4chan down? What we know amid hack reports. This was on Newsweek.
That's funny.
That's how
That's
big
funny.
this was.
I
That
guess
is-
the death of 4chan is a big deal, yeah.
Yeah. 4chan, losing 4chan's that kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Let me put it this way. There will be news articles about the death of 4chan in a way that we won't get for Twitter.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, to a certain extent, like, we've already had to mourn Twitter because its pivot to being X has, like, kind of stripped all of its actual political relevance out of it, and, like, no one's going to care when X finally dies, because it will. But, like, 4chan is the nexus of, like, global politics for, like, a good 15, 20 years of of world history.
I just checked. The site is still actually down right now.
Crazy.
Wow.
It is entirely possible it might just be gone for good.
It's very funny.
It's all over, but the crying.
It's so funny because, like, I've seen people, like, being like, "Oh, without 4chan, where will everyone go?" It's like, well, they were on other places to begin with. Don't fucking get it twisted.
No one was on 4chan except for the racists.
They were already on Twitter.
Yeah.
It's just 4chan is where they go to be anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
I think the thing that I've really liked the most about the death of 4chan is how people are, in true 4chan fashion, tripping over themselves to spread as much misinformation about 4chan as is humanly possible.
God, it's like it never left if you think about it.
Like that one person who was like, yeah, by capita, like, most poll users are Israeli, and their source for that is that people in poll put the Israel flag for their display handles, not accounting for the fact that the average poll user is the most raging anti-Semite you will ever meet in your entire life.
Yeah, exactly.
It's funny to do that.
I don't think they were Israeli, but they were definitely Nazis.
It's funny to think of Hasbara battling for the soul of 4chan.
It's just so believable.
It's so believable, right? That, like, Hasbara is paying people just, like, absurd amounts of money to, like, try and wrest control of 4chan. But, like, so, like, no, I mean, I still, like, in my heart of hearts, I want to believe it, but, like, my logical brain is like, no.
Those people believe that without having been instructed to.
Yeah, they just do that for fun.
It's one of those things. It's such a believable rumor, though, that you don't even second guess it when you hear it. You're like, oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Or and like when like, or the lie that, like, all of the mods had .gov email accounts, and, like, no, that's not true either. But I totally believed it. I instantly was like, of course, modern 4chan is a psyop, right?
Like you hear it and you're like, that makes a lot of sense, and then someone has to point out, no, it doesn't. And you go, oh, right, yeah, that would actually be really stupid.
No, I mean, like, we all know that 4chan is covered in FBI agents, but they're not going to be running around using their .gov accounts, right?
Right.
No, they're going to have Gmail accounts like normal FBI agents.
Yeah, they want to, like, they want to honeypot somebody into doing a terrorist attack, but, like, they're not going to do it with a .gov account.
Now the the things coming out about how, like, oh yeah, it's been running on, like, 16-year-old servers that have never been updated ever. That's believable.
Now that I absolutely believe 100%. Yes.
Yeah, you're telling me no one did work to actually maintain or upgrade the site after Moot left? Shocker.
Wow, really?
No wonder Moot left. He's just like, nobody's gonna fucking help me with this. I like to see how all of you motherfuckers handle it. And then they didn't.
Yeah,
they did not.
They did not.
I do want to earnestly believe in my heart of hearts that the final 4chan post will be Jack Black screaming chicken jockey. I want to believe that to be true.
It needs to be it.
That's how the site ends.
It's really a meme for the modern era because it just encapsulates soul death so well.
Mm-hmm.
It's heartbreaking to see Jack Black with all the light having left his eyes at some point in the last, like, couple of years. That's what you get for betraying Kyle Gass.
Yeah, he's become such a golem now. I don't have any fondness for that man anymore. He's just so dead inside.
Rest in peace, Jack Black. Your body lives on, but your spirit has long since left us.
You've been completely wrung dry. It's fucked up.
He's just becoming an avatar of being annoying in video game movies now.
Yeah, that's about it.
I am Steve. What are next?
Shut up. Who cares? That movie's gonna make so much. That movie's making so much.
Yeah, it already
goddamn
made so
money.
much money.
It's a movie designed for millennial parents to take their children to. Like, yeah.
Like, I've seen people like confused, like, why is the Minecraft making movie? Because it's the fucking Minecraft movie. Like, this is not surprising.
No, children
People
are
aren't-
stupid.
People aren't watching it because it's good. They're watching it because at least one of the people who is involved in those tickets is 10 years old, and they want to see they want to see Jack Black say chicken jockey.
Yes, exactly.
They want to go to a movie where chicken jockeys are a thing that you have to worry about.
Yeah. And then they have to actually have now put out a PSA before the movie telling people not to throw their popcorn when the chicken jockey line shows up.
You know.
No, see, that's funny. I like that. That's ideal.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true cinema, ladies and gentlemen.
Every movie should just become a Rocky Horror Picture Show viewing, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, you know,
it might save the theater industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sarah, Rocky Horror and the Minecraft movie are on the same level.
Exactly. They're the exact same movie. Yeah, dude.
Correct.
I'm looking forward in 20 years when there are gonna be midnight showings of the fucking Minecraft movie. You know, when all of these little snot-nosed brats who went to see the movie now want to watch it again as like adults, right?
Well, that's not going to happen because they're going to get drafted into the Fourth Trade War and nuclear hellfire and all that.
Yeah.
But,
good, thank God. Okay, we're almost free.
So we'll be spared that at the very least.
Just a little bit longer, folks. It's okay.
One more.
What's our last piece of news?
Hey, guess what? They are actually remaking Elder Scrolls. They're remaking Oblivion.
I actually was surprised by that because it just seemed like such a random rumor to come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
They're remaking Oblivion and they're just going to shadow drop it. I'm like, that seems kind of absurd, but I guess they are. I guess they're getting ahead of the Summer of Games Xbox show announcement where they're like, TES 6 next year, we swear to God.
Part of me is also willing to bet that maybe they were planning to be like, oh yeah, we'll save for summer and it'll be like our big heat moment for fucking thing. And it's like, by the way, Switch 2 is coming out literally on top of Summer of Gaming. And they're like, well, we'll just kill ourselves, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, we need something. Here's my butthole. It's Oblivion.
It's Oblivion. Starfield was basically Oblivion, but bad.
Yeah.
So,
So just put out Oblivion again.
The other reason they didn't think they advertised it, I think, is because it's not being developed in-house. They just fucking outported it to, they outsourced it to some fucking who cares studio.
They outsourced it to one of their normal support studios. Like, that's what it is, because they know how to, work in, with Bethesda already.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure the studio that they outsourced it to has, did support work on Starfield and stuff like that, right? So it was okay, this makes sense. You know the work pipeline, you know what to do, so we can just give you this.
Which shows you how much they care.
Yeah, well, they are allegedly too busy making Elder Scrolls 6.
I'll believe it when it's out.
Yeah.
And then I won't buy it. I'll get it day one Game Pass.
Yeah, that's all I'll do.
If the industry exists by the time Elder Scrolls 6 comes out.
Yeah. Well,
that game might get canceled. Who knows? Anything can happen.
No.
The Nintendo console's going to cost $700. It's anyone's game.
I don't know what. I mean, they've got to have. The thing is, I guess Microsoft doesn't got to have anything. They can just coast on the laurels of being Microsoft. But they don't have anything, folks. They got nothing.
Honestly, I think they make more money just coasting off the laurels of being Microsoft, because I don't think Xbox has literally ever made them a dime.
No.
In fact, it recently cost them $80 billion.
Mm-hmm. They came extremely close. If the Red Ring thing hadn't happened during the 360, they would have been profitable, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the Red Ring thing happened and basically forever obliterated that console's profitability, right?
Yeah.
So, oops.
I think this is going to be one of the most dire summer of gaming / E3s we've ever had, and that's saying something considering the last couple of E3s we had before it died for good.
Yeah, it's
I mean, that's saying something considering I think this is like going to be the second year that there is no E3 like period. We've considered that dead and gone and rotting in its grave.
Oh yeah, no, E3 is just dead forever.
Yeah. I'm saluting at my screen right now. Just
because also like no matter how bad the gaming news, it's going to be on top of the fact that by the time summer of gaming rolls around, the Nintendo Switch 2 will have come out because they are not changing its release date, and we will know how much more it costs in North America.
So even what was usually the highlight, which was, hey, at least Nintendo will put out something kind of fun, we can't even count on that because none of us will be able to afford it.
That's correct.
Yeah, I was talking privately off the thing, but like I recently, as of like yesterday, took advantage of a sale because they're coming. They're probably going to be putting out Pixel 10 at some point this year, right? But there's a sale at Best Buy on their Pixel 9s and Pixel 9 Pros and shit, and I finally upgraded that phone. Because I'm like, well, right now, the phone with a payment plan or whatever is like $800.
Right.
That phone might not be $800 a couple months from now.
That
it
phone's
might be
$1,200. Yeah, that phone's gonna be $1,200 in a couple months. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, I think a 3-digit amount of money is an amount of money I can accept committing to a phone. There's no. Here's the Samsung S25 or whatever is already like a $1,200 phone. Like you're gonna, I'm not buying a phone in the world where that shit's gonna be like $2,000. It's not happening.
It's not happening. I'm gonna hang on to my little Pixel 6a for as long as I physically can, and just ride this out, God willing. It's fine.
It's fun to be in a position where like the estimated cost of living increase from just our geriatric president's ongoing trade war is like, I don't know, man. Maybe I should learn Chinese. Might be a good idea.
President Xi, please. My people are struggling. We need your liberation.
President Xi, do you want any useless queer white people in Beijing? Well, I'm moving there. Don't tell me not to. I'll be right over.
I'm gonna move right in. It's fine.
I got an email from the owner of Big Bad Toy Store, where I get a lot of my Transformers figures and stuff. That was just like, hey, we're gonna be raising the prices of all of our products because they all come from overseas. Sorry.
The most depressing thing about all the tariff shit is like basically immediately after it started, I got emails, not about that, but still emails from Good Smile like, hey, we're having a duty-free sale.
Oh, no.
And it's like, I got confirmed recently that Oberon Nendoroid that I pre-ordered sometime like in the last year or two is going to be shipping soon. I'm excited to find out what I have to do to actually go pay tariffs on that shit because I'm going to probably be stuck with some kind of duties on it.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work. Yeah, if I guess you might have to pay something. I hope not.
I'm hoping that I ordered it through Good Smile US, and I'm just hoping they got it in the country before the tariffs happened. Is what I'm hoping.
Right.
But either way, I still have a 1/7 scale Nobunaga on pre-order, and I'm not looking forward to getting the surprise extra amount of money I'm going to have to pay for that when it comes into the country.
I'm looking at Big Bad Toy Store right now, and their prices now have a tag that says excludes tariff surcharge on their pre-orders.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, it's bad.
You know,
the tariff situation genuinely just goes like, it might actually now just be cheaper to live in the UK and just pay exorbitant UK shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you have to live in the UK.
Well, I could at least live in Scotland. Like, I have
Okay,
family in
that's true.
Scotland.
Yeah,
I
that
could
wouldn't
do
be
that.
bad.
I could live with that.
That's not
Now, the problem is, do they want useless white Americans clogging the shit and not contributing anything to the economy? And the answer is probably not.
It's fine.
Because also I found out you can't get grandfathered in for citizenship unless you are already unless you were born before like 1985.
Damn.
So that idea went out the window, unfortunately.
Dang. Well, one day at a time. I don't know how many more of those I've got in me, but that's all I got for you, folks.
Yeah.
It's just a one day at a time situation.
Lord, I see what you've done for the state of Japan and their esteemed Shinzo Abe, and I pray every day that you send some people who can fucking aim.
That's right. Just send
one.
Send an angel, the sharpshooteriest angel you've got.
Did you?
I don't know if you heard about it all recently. It's just something I saw on a news feed. This is like only tangent. It's not related to gaming at all, but to a relevant discussion. I saw a news article recently about some 17-year-old kid who they're trying for double murder because he killed his parents so that he could like secure like resources as to buy and purchase implements with which to assassinate the president of the United States. And it's like, I respect your drive so much, you weird little racist, but you need to actually take the shot before the cops fail.
Yeah.
This is just useless. You killed your parents for nothing.
This is all wasted effort.
God, you have to try harder.
Did you think about your actions at all?
Oh my god, it's absurd.
Did you
I just
see
think
his-
constantly of the head tilt meme. That's like, if the head doesn't tilt, the Switch costs
Yeah.
$99. It turns to the side. Switch costs $650.
Yeah.
Me posting a picture of that diagram and just has the Splatoon cap, or it just has the Mario Kart caption. I'm using tilt controls.
Did you see? So I have two things. Did you see? For one, the fucking Trump put out his fucking physical, talking about how like his doctor talked about the scarring on his ear.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
And then did you see the fucking Whitest Kids You Know YouTube channel finally put out a high def version of the public service announcement skit?
No.
Yeah. One of the few things I actually have like that's not in fucking 240p is the fucking Trevor's public service announcement about a sentence you're not allowed to say.
Just I'm not saying it.
No.
And I don't think you should do it.
There's
And I'm not saying it.
no.
And then he just, every so often he'll pause. No. And then he'll like kind of like raise his eyebrows and look knowingly at the camera and go, but I'm not saying it.
Vine boom sound every time you raise your eyebrows.
Damn.
I think my favorite thing is that I think like the first comment on there, it says like, every time this gets an uptick of views is a what do you call it? Is a cultural thermometer of how the recession's going.
Yeah.
There is
That's
so
correct.
so there are now two versions of this video on there. There is one that is 17 years old, and it only goes up to 480p. And then there's the official one that they posted on their official site. That's in fucking full 720 high def, or full 1080p high def. That was 10 days ago. God, it's illegal. You can't say that sentence.
Nope.
You know, it's one of the
And we
few
won't
things you
be.
can't say. No, we won't be
This
saying
one.
it.
Yeah, we won't be. You know, I know this podcast doesn't monetize in that way, but I love and respect you all, and I wouldn't do anything to jeopardize your platform. And I won't say it.
No.
No,
Knowing
But-
the camera.
but what I can say is just a completely unrelated sentence of they'd be a hero.
That's right.
That's just a
I'd
sentence.
forgive them for being a insane racist who killed their parents for no reason. If that tragic event, if that tragic third event happened,
Right.
just
not even-
like putting that out there. I'm not saying they should have done it, but like
Oh well, now Saturn. I'm not referring to any one specific person. I'm just saying they'd be a hero.
Mm-hmm.
You could be a hero. These are just sentences, words put together in an unrelated context.
That's right.
I could be a hero. No. I mean, I'm being raided by the FBI as we speak.
Back. Oh, God.
It's important to note that everything Saturn says is an actionable threat, which means that if you're going to get me for that one, you have to get me for literally everything else.
For all the other threats, yeah.
What?
Yeah, for the threat I pose just by existing.
Yeah, for sure.
What's I'm getting oh, Apple has removed our podcast.
Well,
it's been a good run, guys.
We've tried
long,
our best.
And thanks for all the fish.
Bill Gates would have kept us on Apple.
That's right.
He would have just banned our website.
That's gonna be it for us. So that's all the news I got. Thank you to DJ Cutman for use of background music. Email us at thegorgepodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on all our social medias, on our BlueSky. That's where we are now because we don't want to go on Twitter anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Join our Patreon so that you can listen to me be a DM for the first time in like almost 10 years.
It'll be great.
I'm trying my best.
Give us $2 dues for that. We won't even charge you a tariff.
No, it's just you just get the
That's
the stuff.
Cheapest amount of fun you can have.
You just get
you
just get that juice.
Mm-hmm. The Gorge podcast cheaper than Buckshot Roulette. Think about that.
And if you give us $5, you can watch us play Buckshot Roulette twice.
And
One time was
get the drunkest I've ever literally been in my entire life.
One time he played it was really, really fun, and then it wasn't fun afterward.
It was really fun during. I'll tell you that for free.
It was a great time in the heat of the moment. It was the next morning where everybody was like, "Oh God, what have we done?"
Despite myself, I could be tricked into doing it a second time. You just have to make me not have certain kinds of liquor in the house.
Don't bring it's just beer. Okay.
You know what we need to do? You know what we need to do? It wouldn't be drunk shot roulette. Mm-hmm. It should be drunk Nidhogg.
No, I can't even do Nidhogg very well sober.
I don't know that I can do sober Nidhogg.
No, under no circumstances are you going to trick me into playing Nidhogg drunk. No, it'd just be, that's a humiliation ritual. Absolutely the fuck not. No, thank you, sir.
I think it should be, what if instead of doing alcohol version of the game, it's instead a deathly serious version of the game where we actually have like we have a thing of like whoever wins, people have to buy them fate rolls or something.
That's funny.
Oh, that's some real gambling shit there.
Let's go gambling.
I regret suggesting this, honestly. I don't think we should do that.
That's a bad idea. That's a good way for us to get like really violent really fast.
That's a good way for it to not be fun anymore.
Okay, and you're right, which is why I'm going to suggest we should just do it drunk anyway.
We should do it anyways. It's fine.
Look, what's the worst that could happen? I throw up all over my mattress a second time? Whoops.
Oh no!
Whoops.
It's only a problem the first time.
No, it's a problem. It'll be a problem.
But the second time, you know what to do. You know how to handle it.
I don't know about that, homie.
Can't wait for you all to come over to the house so I can like strap you to a chair and force you to play Nidhogg with me.
I thought you were going to say so you could strap me to a chair and force me to play drunk buckshot roulette.
No, I don't need... that one doesn't work if we're in person. Because we'd have to get real guns for that one.
Yeah, and also I'd like... your couch in all likelihood.
Yeah. Anyway, yep, that'll be it for us. Patreon.com/thegorge. Saturn, you're streaming tomorrow or Friday?
Yes, I'm streaming tomorrow. I'm going to be back in the Danganronpa mines. We're going to be starting the second case. I highly recommend, even if you're not following that thing, if you want to see what a really maximalist visual novel experience looks like, please go back and watch part 4 where we do the trial for the first case. Mm-hmm. You've never seen a visual novel that's just bombarding you with so many fucking Mario Party minigames.
Oh my, they just didn't stop coming. There were just more and more. I was like, surely this has to be it. And then another one showed up. And then at the end of the case, a new one showed up.
Oh, God.
With the implication that you'll be doing all of these mini games for every case.
And Bug was there, and Bug was pointing out to me, they don't even get to all the mini games in the first case.
Cool. Fantastic.
Oh my God. It's insane.
I'm making the thumbnail, by the way. You're gonna really like it.
I can't wait. I can't wait
I'm
to see that.
excited.
Over on our Twitch, nothing on Friday because it's my birthday, so I'm not going to be around. I'm going to be doing other stuff.
Aw, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And so at some point next week, we're probably going to do more Ace Attorney and then maybe squeeze in some more LA Noire in there. Please watch us play LA Noire. That game's so fucking good.
That game's fun. It's just fun to watch and play with other people.
It is.
Yeah, Ace Attorney is very fun because we are doing a live reading of that like we did with Of the Devil, and that's fun because we get to be more cartoon characters than Of the Devil allowed us to be.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's a ton of fun, and I just love playing LA Noire. So please check out both of those.
That's right.
Twitch.tv/thegorgepodcast. All right.
And here's your thumbnail for this podcast this week.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's
Oh, perfect. Yep. That'll work.
So, can we say fuck Adi Shankar? Because I just found out that the Devil May Cry Netflix anime is the last chronologically performing role of Kevin Conroy.
Really?
Oh man,
He's in it?
I knew he was in it, but I really thought that like the where the Batman was gonna, or the Batman thing was gonna be his last one. Not the Suicide Squad, the other one, like the other cartoon that came out.
Yeah.
Because I mean, this just came out, right?
Yeah. But I thought he had like done recording a while ago for that.
They should respect his legacy by posthumously recasting him.
They did not. In fact, you know what they did instead? They kept his voice and then had another actor do ADR.
That's an insult to his legacy.
Mistake.
That's bad.
So, yeah, fuck Adi Shankar.
Yeah.
Fuck Adi Shankar. Ugh. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Night.